YouTube, what's up? The first 3 minutes of any collision, whether it's whatever type of relationship you want to call it, in the first 180 seconds, either the games will begin or people will be real. So the body can't lie. All layers will commune, and you've already met at some layer, and the physical, of course, is the dense physical is the last layers to meet. So the reptile facet, the stem, the brain stem, of course, regulates body language. So that language is given across. The pain language is given across, which is a body language. So that could be tattoos, whatever, anything you can see. People have a hurt smile, whatever it is. You can see all these different body languages. Of course, these things don't lie. People just ignore them. So you can't ever lie. It's just disguise. You can try to disguise the truth or ignore it, but you just look at a different piece of the truth. It's like if the truth was a body and you're like, oh, I'm not looking at the truth no more, I'm just looking at the foot. It's like, no, you're still looking at the whole body. Even if you look at one piece, you're still looking at the whole piece. It's because the small is all. But let me digress. So you got to ask yourself how much you're lying to yourself by entertaining them in the first 3 minutes. The first 180 seconds, you'd be like, how real am I being? It's not even about them. It's about if you had to compromise anything in your life. Because of course, you're not going to give you. The personas are here to shield the essence. So you have it as a defense mechanism, but people allow it to become a parasite and they really feed into the personas. And there's so many hours in a day where they're this persona, so many hours in a day they're that persona, and they got a different person for every person. And then it eventually becomes to the point where all the personas crush the actual energy, the person. So in the first 15 minutes, you deal with that cycle. Everything in a whole lifetime is done in the first 15 minutes. It's only 7 sins. You can do them to differing degrees. We all are doing them at different degrees. So you really can't hold anybody against the different levels of the sinning, of the gluttony, or any form of lust, really. So, and there's always the same junction or jump point to jump off or on into the truth. ROYALT512 at yahoo.com for the PDFs. RBud Vegan on Amazon for the ebook version of the PDFs. So you have like cyclical sinning or ignorance, basically, where you're ignoring different facets of the person, ignoring parts of yourself. And then, of course, the more you invest in a lie, the more you'll be lied to, and the more people call that karma, like, oh, this came back to me, and it just comes from lying to yourself. And the more you try to digest the lie, the more indigestion you have, the more spiritually drunk you become, then you later become physically drunk and delusional. So that's just how that goes. And go from 15 minutes to 15 days, because that's half a moon cycle, and then you'll see the cyclical cycle. You'll see which points when the lies come and how it will always manifest. It might be a different case or a different thing, but it's always the same lie from the same sin every so often. So